So today we're going to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes people make when relocating to Hawaii. Our team does a lot of relocation work, whether you're a local family who's been away for a long time, a retiree who is finally making their dream come true of moving to the islands, or you're a PCSing family who have no knowledge whatsoever of what Hawaii is even like. A lot of the times when people think of what they're stepping into when moving to Hawaii, they're wrong. Mistake number 1, choosing to rent somewhere before really understanding the culture or the area. People come to Hawaii and they think, all right, I'm just gonna rent for a year, or I'm gonna rent for 6 months to 12 months. That's the safe bet. However, that can actually really backfire for you, and I have seen that happen. Whether you are buying or renting, it is really, really important to learn as much as you can about the community you are about to step into. If you're on this channel right now, that's probably exactly what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to learn and obtain as much info and digest as much as you can before you come here. But really, you do need to talk to somebody who can offer you that local insight, because what I would hate to see happen for you is maybe you pick Ka'a'awa, right? It's right around the corner. It's still considered Kaneohe, and you're picking that area because you think, I love the greenness of Kaneohe. I love the ocean, and this is it. Like, I'm gonna come and it's gonna be tropical paradise for me. Those things may be true, or they may not be true. You may actually come over here and realize, damn, I work in downtown Honolulu. I have to go through this traffic every morning. I can't just pop on the H3 because Ka'a'awa's a little bit more remote. Sure, there are beaches here, but I gotta go all the way this way to get to that beach. And I thought that this beach in Kaneohe would look more like what I thought Kailua looks like. There's just certain things that you cannot really learn just by Googling yourself. You do need somebody who, best case scenario, lives here full time, knows what the seasons are like, knows what the ocean looks like month to month, can tell you how busy that area is, how much through traffic there is in that side, what shopping is available to you, what are the things you are now gonna have to commute to. When we're making a life move, the priority is not always gonna be, hey, how close are we to an ocean? Sometimes it's, where do I work? Where do my kids go to school? How far away is the Costco? What does the traffic look like Monday through Thursday when I'm working, and then on Sundays? There are more important questions that we need to wait and prioritize depending on what your day-to-day lifestyle is actually really gonna look like. While we all think, hey, I'm gonna go to the beach every day, I'm gonna go hiking every chance I can. That is a great goal, and that is definitely something that we all should aspire to do and take advantage of if we live here. But there are other things that for sure happen every day, and those are the things we want to make sure to address when we're considering different communities. Mistake number 2, maybe most heartbreaking one, is expecting mainland price points in Hawaii. Depending on what market you are coming over from, or depending on what year it was when you left and were last paying attention to what the prices were here, it looks a little bit different. I do have clients who sometimes come from like a Texas, Tennessee, Georgia. They may live in a 3,500 square foot home on an acre that they got for $500,000, and the absolute sticker shock that some of the price points they're gonna see for something even like remotely similar to what they're coming from, it can be a lot. Hawaii is just different. Our real estate is different. Our community is different. The island itself is different. Whether you're this island, Kauai, Maui, Big Island, there's only so much land. It's not getting any bigger. Our land here is worth so much more than most people expect it to be worth. The land alone is worth so much here because it's so finite. Even if you've got to tear down on that land, your land that you're looking to purchase can still cost hundreds of thousands, maybe even over $1 million, depending on where that land is, how big it is, and how usable it is. When you consider what that means for you moving over, there are higher price points here. However, the thing that you're buying into is such a storage of wealth, increasing value over time. 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, the space is still gonna be the same size. The land is still not gonna be any bigger. And we are going to run out of things to develop unless it's like a Ho'opili in Eva Beach, Ka'ulu in Kapolei, one little pocket of Koa Ridge in the middle of the island there near Waipio Gentry. There's not really a lot sprawling out there anymore. So if you're looking in like a Mililani, Kaneohe, or Kailua, these are like legacy communities that are done being built and they will never get bigger. At the end of the day, like that's it. Yes, you may be paying a lot more on the way in than you have ever expected to, but the fruit at the end of this long journey of like taking care of, investing into, and nurturing that property will be so much sweeter than it could be in pretty much most places on the earth. So, mistake number 3, skipping the long game and only thinking about the short term. If you're somebody who's saying, I'm gonna buy a piece of property, hold it for 1 or 2 years, and then sell and make a bunch of money on the way out, you might not be. That's not exactly the market that we have here. Cost for real estate here is high, right? So whereas you may be able to buy something in, say, Texas or Florida and immediately cash flow on that property as like an investment property. Here, that's not really a thing unless we're putting a lot of money down. If you hold on to a property long enough here, it will do its thing. We have a long-term hold appreciation play market. That's something to consider if you have either a current investor cap on or a, hey, I'm PCSing over there and I know I'm gonna live there for 4 or 5 years, but then after that, I really wanna hold on to that because maybe I wanna move back, after I'm done being sent around. I'm gonna rent it out then. It's important to speak to a real estate professional who knows the real authentic market here and can really keep it real with you as far as what those numbers may look like on the way out. Maybe that's me, maybe that's Derek, maybe that's Kenny, maybe that's Aiden, but we're all gonna keep it real with you as far as what do those numbers look like on the way out. It would take a very special property, something that you could get as an investor for a way below market value and then throw some money into it in order to make money that quickly here. It's just not that type of market, and we do always wanna make sure that you understand exactly what you're stepping into. Mistake number 4, believing that you need to find the perfect home. There really is no such thing as the perfect home. Even if it's a 10 out of 10 the day you go see it, whether it's a week from that day, a month from that day, or a year from that day, you're gonna find things to tear apart about it. That's just human nature. It just is what it is. There is no way without custom building from the ground up. I promise you, even then, you're gonna find things you wish you did different. There's no such thing as a 10 out of 10 when it comes to our real estate journey in purchasing a home. We really wanna see you be at a 7. If we could get you to an 8, that's like amazing. We love that because there is room to get you where you really love it. This is what I do on my consults. I give you homework. What I really want you to do is make a list for me. On this side, this is gonna be my absolute must-have. On this side, this is gonna be my nice to have. We build a criteria off of that, and as we start to see some inventory, you're gonna start to see some things move from the must-have list to the nice to have list. The more honed in we can get your criteria, the better it's gonna be and the more excited and stoked you're gonna be to close on whatever that home is that you end up choosing in the end. For example, maybe that's, I absolutely need an enclosed garage, so that's gonna be on my must-have. Carport, no. And then you really learn, you know what? My wife really loves kaneohe. We need kaneohe. And kaneohe has a lot less enclosed garages than it does carports. So you know what? Carport nice to have, kaneohe must have. For condo buyers, maybe you're looking at Kaka'ako, Honolulu, downtown. I must have an unobstructed ocean view because you think, if I'm moving to Hawaii and I'm moving into a condo or a high rise, I need that. That's exactly what I want. However, we may learn that the difference between that and unobstructed ocean view, high floor in a condo could be $500,000, $1 million extra dollars. You know what? A little peekaboo of the ocean, maybe even some fantastic Malka views, and a short drive to that ocean that I'm really moving here for, that's the must-have. And the ocean view at $500,000 extra dollars, that's just a nice to have. These are the ways in which our lists kind of transform as we learn with each other, as we spend some time together learning the market, learning the community, learning the lifestyle, and that's how we can help you guys. Mistake number 5, and probably the biggest one of all, trying to do it all yourself without local help. A lot of us are self-starters. If you're like me, you like to research the hell out of something before you ever involve anybody else and bring anybody else's time into it. Don't make that mistake. That's what we're here for. We say this all the time, whether it be in our videos or in our lives if you pop in weekly. We want to give you the extra insight that we know is going to be critical to making your move not only smooth, but something that you're so excited and happy about. Buying property, whether you're moving 5 blocks away or moving across the ocean, is stressful. Our team specializes in making sure that that process is as stress-free as it possibly can be. Will it be without complication? Probably not. It is what it is. But we want to help make it as smooth as we possibly can. If you're watching this, or if you're somebody who is a frequenter of our channel, you're already doing that legwork. Odds are you already are researching every day all the different things it takes to move to Hawaii. And if that's you, don't just lurk in the shadows. We love that you subscribe. We love that you come hang out with us on Tuesdays. If you are serious about actually making a move over here and making a successful move and a successful change of lifestyle, you really do need somebody boots on the ground who has that local knowledge to help you. The flex of our team is we've got a cool mix of people who all work together like a small family unit, and we really are a super collaborative team. Me, born and raised on the islands. Derek, back and forth from the time he was real small and then finally permanently in his middle school years. Aiden, local boy. And then we have our secret weapon in Kenny, who is somebody like you, potentially, who is using our channel to be a full-time resident in Hawaii. Kenny came to us and used our channel to help him move here, and now he is one of our secret weapons to help clients just like him who has that firsthand experience of what that really looks like, who can be transparent with you and give you an authentic and real answer to the experience that he had because he can speak to it. I think a lot of the calls that we get are just, my grandpa is from there, I'm gonna spend that time with my family, or hey, I got this amazing new job at the hospital and I have no idea what I'm looking at. Are you PCSing? You've never heard of Hawaii before in your life? We grew up there because my dad was in the military, and now it's my opportunity to go back and to have a career there myself. All of these things come with so many questions. At the end of the day, you can't do it alone. You simply can't. And we want to be the people that you trust to help you. Every Core Team Hawaii client who comes in, whether that be for, hey, we're exploratory right now, we really want to make this happen, but we're not sure how to do that, to, hey, we're locked in, we have a job offer, we're fully pre-approved and we want that house. Anywhere from that spectrum, from A to Z, we don't want it to feel like a transaction for you. We want it to be something that feels like a safe space to be in a very chaotic, month to 45 days of life. And we want to share in that joy and kind of carry the load of the stress as much as we can to make it something that is a great experience for you guys, and that at the end of the day, when you close and we hand you your keys, you're like, hell yeah. Those were the biggest 5 mistakes we see people make when they're relocating to Hawaii. If you don't want to be one of those people, make sure you go to coreteamhawaii.com, scroll to the bottom, fill out that contact form, call us. We want to get on a consult with you. Let's avoid those mistakes. Let's make it smooth. Let's make it awesome, and let's go.